Hey everyone, this is Reggie Michelle with GetAFairCashOffer.com by Amalia Realty Group. And if you haven't yet heard of us, we are a residential real estate brokerage headquartered right here in Jacksonville, Florida. And not only do we help you with your standard real estate buying and selling processes, we also help distressed homeowners with a multitude of different problems they may be experiencing with their property. Some of the people that we help are those who maybe inherited a property and going through the probate process, possibly have a tax lien on their home, facing foreclosure, maybe relocated for military or because of their job, frustrated landlords, maybe have a damaged property that they can't afford to fix, going through a divorce, or even need emergency cash for whatever situation you may be dealing with. Ultimately, we specialize in helping those distressed homeowners by one, providing free consultations for their situation, two, helping them list their home for sale retail, and three, lastly, we also purchase those properties cash wholesale. So if either you or maybe somebody you know might be in need of any of the services that I mentioned, reach out to us by finding our contact information in the video notes below, and either myself or someone from my team will definitely be in touch. So with all that out the way, let's go ahead and jump right into what you actually came here for. 4 stress-less tips for preparing to sell an inherited property in Jacksonville, Florida. Stress-less tip number 1, plan ahead. Now, as simple as that might sound, do you have a budget for the ongoing expenses and any repairs needed? For example, does the roof need to be replaced? Does the kitchen need updating? Does the bathroom need updating? How about the plumbing? What about the electricity? Those are some things that you really need to think about. What if the repairs take a long time? Now, as much as we'd like for things to work out perfectly like they do on HGTV, bathrooms and kitchens can get tricky sometimes and can really throw off your timeline. What if the listing takes a long time? What if your realtor puts it on the market and has a little bit of trouble finding a buyer for you? These are some things that you really need to consider and plan ahead for, because those are the things that will dramatically increase the stress and pressure that you're under when you're dealing with these types of situations. All right, stress less tip number 2, be informed. Do you know the proper sales process, right? Do you know how long it'll take? Do you know how much it'll cost you? Like, there's fees involved, there's court costs involved, you've got to pay your attorney. Do you know how much that is? Is it even a good time to sell right now? Or who's even buying in your neighborhood? These are some questions that you want to ask and definitely be informed on. And what we've done is we've come up with a 1-page PDF that you can access in the video notes below. It'll give you a step-by-step summary of what you can expect while you're going through the process. Moving on to stress less tip number 3, get consensus. Now, if there are multiple heirs that have right to the property, brothers, sisters, other family members, you want to gather your research and talk to each and every one of them to get a consensus. Nothing is worse than starting a listing process and trying to sell your property only to be stopped in your tracks when other heirs or family members have a different idea on how to attack this situation or how to get the property sold. Now, we have seen this happen. So you talk about having a stressful situation. This is probably one of the best ways to do it. What we've done in this scenario is we have a process again. We are very efficient and we completely believe in systems. But we have a step-by-step process in which we help you not only find who those heirs are or the property, whoever has rights to the property, and we have a step-by-step process in which we communicate with each and every single one of them to help everybody come to a consensus on how to move forward. Okay. Now, moving on to stress less tip number 4, working with a cash buyer or investor. You can skip a lot of the legwork and hassle by selling directly to a cash buyer or investor like us, because in most cases, it's the fastest way to put cash in your pocket. Not only do investors purchase these properties as is, where you have to make 0 repairs, but it saves you money because you don't have to pay any closing costs, real estate commissions, or anything of that nature. It's a quick, fast sale. And the reason why that's beneficial to you is the longer that the probate process takes, the more difficult that it typically becomes. One of the things that we do differently that sets us apart is, again, we are a licensed real estate brokerage. So unlike other investors that might be buying properties individually, we have the capabilities of putting your property up for sale retail. So the reason why that's important is we have a consultation from the onset, from the very beginning, to determine what the family's goal is. Everybody's goal is not the same. You may have one family that is like, look, we just need to close this quickly, get whatever cash we can get and dispose of it because we don't need to deal with this and drag this out. Or you might have a family that says, well, hey, we definitely want to maximize the income from this property because all of the property rights, everybody who has rights to the property or the heirs definitely need this income. So we will actually take you through the process of doing whatever repairs that are needed, whatever updates are needed, whatever market analysis is needed, so that you can put the property up on the market for retail sale. So one call to us, or maybe a company like ours, if you're not in our service area, is one of the best stress-less tips that I can give you when going through the probate process. So in summary, those are the 4 no-stress tips that we highly recommend you pay close attention to in preparing to sell your inherited property. Now, if you want some additional information on how we can help you, you can just simply click on the link in the video notes below, or you can give us a call directly at 904-274-9092. Again, it's 904-274-9092. And again, either myself or one of our team members will be glad to help you and walk you through the process. Now, if you're not ready to sell your property, you can definitely still click on the link below to set up a free consultation with us. Again, either myself, our acquisitions manager, or somebody on our team will be more than happy to answer whatever questions you might have and then go into a little bit more detail about the step-by-step process it takes to sell your inherited property. Again, this is Reggie with GetAFairCashOffer.com by Amalia Realty Group. I hope this has been helpful to you. Make it an amazing day.